that's another soundtracky song he's done. He's done 3 or 4 movie soundtracks. But apparently, after playing, like, he played a cop in that, and everybody was like, I can't believe Ice-T, like, gangster rapper, is playing a cop. And he kind of got off on the idea of getting to play a good cop, because he only ever dealt with shit cops his entire life. So he liked the idea of being able to show, like, somebody can be a good one, you know?
Which is lies.
It's probably a lie, I don't know.
All cops are bastards.
A-C-A-B.
And also fuck the police.
Yeah. This song was covered by Machine Head once.
Was it?
Yeah, Colours was covered by Machine Head, yeah.
Oh, fuck, I think I did I hear that? Machine Head are a god-awful band sometimes.
Garbage,
sometimes they're great, but sometimes they are awful.
The song was written by Ice-T and Africa Islam, who wrote a lot of stuff together. It was around this time he started his little rap group called the Rhyme Syndicate as well. They put out 1 or 2 albums that are fucking garbage. It's like his kind of group. They're no crack.
Yeah.
No crack, those albums. But Ice-T, as we talked about earlier, believe wholeheartedly really only found his legs in the 90s with Home Invasion. Home Invasion is fucking incredible. And OG is fucking incredible. Those 2 albums... If you're going to listen to any Ice-T, like, skip the first 2, realistically. Yeah. I'm not saying they're bad, they're just very 80s. And by Home Invasion, he's starting to believe his own hype.
Yeah.
And he's after, every photo was him with fucking Tech 9s and AK-47s, and he's wearing berets and sunglasses, and he's full gangster.
And the bums are so big.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
And the boobs, and they're all bikinis.
Oh, just the maddest bikinis.
Not him in any of this.
No, not him. Not him. He's not wearing bikinis in any of this. You're getting away with it. But yeah, he really he finds his feet in the 90s. And that's, for me, where Ice-T should live. He has a new album coming out this year, and he's released snippets of a couple of songs on Instagram, and they actually sound fucking incredible.
Really?
Because his last hip-hop album is disgusting.
Hip-hop is so strange with that, isn't it? Like, it's very rare. You know the way when rock bands go through periods where a couple of bad albums and then back up to good again, it's never really scutter amazing. Yeah. Scutter rap seems to go scutter amazing. Scutter is like...
Yeah. Well, Ice-T is known for that, even with Body Count. You know what I mean? Yeah. Like, 1 is Savage, 2 is... You know, 3 I like a lot, 4... Oh.
Yeah.
But I think he released... His last album, I think, was called Gangster Rap, and it's so bad. It's so terrible.
What's the theme of the album?
It's about rainbows and stopping the ivory trade in Africa. It's fucking... It's so terrible. Like, it sounds like it was recorded in a shed. I think there's a Body Count album as well that sounds like it was recorded in a shed that nobody ever talks about. I think there's like a secret Body Count album that they released before the 2 ago, which was their big reunion. Bloodlust was the last one, wasn't it? Whatever the fucking one.
They should have recorded an album in a morgue for the crack.
Morgue.
In a morgue.
Yeah.
Maybe that's where they did it, because there's awful acoustics in there. All metal.
Yeah.
Walls, ceiling. No, stop.
Bodies vibrating, falling off shelves and all. Use that as the kick drum sample. Listen, again, it's Ice-T. He pretty much invented it. He paved the road for most other people. He wanted to go down that gangster rap road. But
he's angry.
He's very angry.
I love how angry he is.
He's very angry. Yeah. Strange enough, Ice-T, musically, most of the stuff is fucking shite. I will say that. I'll die on that hill. I find that his like backing music and his beats and all are not great. It's hard to find one that has like suits the tone of his vocals and his delivery. It's very, very difficult.
Yeah, I kind of noticed that about him, especially his early work. He doesn't care what's going on.
No, just give me.
He's like, I want to talk.
I'm just going for
I don't care.
Exactly.
There's no real artistry in the music.
No. And he had crews of lads doing it for him, like, you know what I mean? But none of it was ever really any good. I think the best one musically is probably The Tower, the one I was talking about. It's just real grim and it works. Or That's How I'm Living sounds really good as well. It's got a cool little bass loop in it. But he never really had the music. I'd love to see him get together with like a killer producer, like someone who's known for just pumping out monstrous fucking music.
Kanye West.
So imagine
that.
Like, it'd be absolutely incredible. He could do anything justice, you know what I mean? That's the beauty of him. I don't know what the fuck he's like now to do with 60, you know what I mean? Who knows what the fuck he's like now.
He's never hung around much with the crowd, like.
No.
He doesn't like, I know he does a lot, he does like collaborations and all, but I just always thought he's on the outside a little bit.
He's done very few, like he had that little group of Kill Keith called the Analog Brothers, and he's done one or two other little bits and pieces, but
like from someone like me that doesn't know much, he always seems like he's on the outside a little bit.
He's universally loved by everyone.
Oh yeah,
there's no one ever say shit about him. But he does his own thing. Like he doesn't fucking smoke. He doesn't smoke weed. He doesn't drink. He just buys mad cars and bangs his mad looking missus. That's all he does. You know what I mean? That's literally all Ice-T does, and he's happy doing it.
Yeah.
Doing shy films and shy television, you know, and just aging really weird.
Yeah,
he's aging so weird. He's full like little Benjamin Button head in him. Like his nose is getting all weird, and his skin is going fucking mad. I don't know what's going on. So he's getting them chemical peels. He's mad looking. I don't know what's going on with his hair. He only looks all right when he's doing body count. He's wearing mad fucking.
Looks like he's turning into a little mole.
Yeah. He's converting into something
a pug.
Odd. Yeah, it's a pug mole. I don't know. He's looking fucking odd weird at the moment. But anyway, that's Ice-T. What's your next one?
My next one is No Sleep Till Brooklyn by the Beastie Boys. Of course. I was going to go with Paul Revere, but I don't think it's as good as No Sleep Till Brooklyn. So also, this is the reason I picked this. It encapsulates Beastie Boys more. I think it's got Kerry King on guitar.
It does.
Which
I think he was just in the studio.
It's a Rick Rubin. It's a Rick Rubin thing. Yeah. Hey, everybody, hang around together, and nobody knows I'm not that good.
I was gonna put Paul Revere on just for that fucking backwards kick drum fucking feel because it's mental.
I don't like that. That's the kind of hip hop. That's why we run the MC on. Not on this list. No, just no music.
Yeah.
And it's just a rap. That's great. That's pure unadulterated rap. Yeah. Unfiltered. It's not for me.
Yeah, I kind of agree with you. The only reason I would have picked it is just for the kind of weird, stupid, fake story told in the actual song itself about how the Beastie Boys got together.
Yeah.
Like, about shooting people. It's mad. You couldn't release it now. You could not release that song now. Like MCA shot a lot of people in the pharmacy, and it's just outrageous.
Yeah.
But
is it true? Do you think?
Absolutely no.
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 I don't think that.
No Sleep Till Brooklyn is. It's ridiculous.
Yeah.
It's ridiculous.
Even the name of the song is sort of a poke at the Motorhead.
Yep. No, Hammersmith.
But even on the video as well, I think the song isn't about the video or the name really. The video is a little bit taking the piss out of like how gatekeepy the rock scene is and how seriously the rock scene took itself like that. But the song is just about fucking going around
being
Brooklyn.
Stupid.
Or wanting to get back to Brooklyn when you're on tour or whatever like that.
Well, I read something recently. It was actually about Rick Ross and Beastie Boys. And Rick Ross was a massive pro wrestling fan. Massive.
Really?
Like, invested in companies, followed companies around, like, whatever he could do to help pro wrestling companies, he would do. And when he first got the Beastie Boys, he didn't put the Beastie Boys together. The Beastie Boys started off as a punk rock band.
Yeah.
Who, the name Beastie Boys, they took from Bad Brains. They wanted a BB.
Yeah.
Right? So they were obsessed with Bad Brains. You can get an EP of theirs. Is it Pollywog Stew or one of them? You can get there's a couple of recordings of Beastie Boys being like a punky hardcore band doing the rounds. And they eventually kind of morphed into this weird, stupid, fun, hip-hoppy rap, whatever the fuck it was meant to be. But Ross basically based their entire... Like, when you go back and watch all the videos and performances, you'll see them running around with like inflatable dicks and fucking, all the backwards caps and the stupid garbage, like tomfoolery, tomfuckery. It's all based on Rick Ross telling them what to do. And he wanted them to be like bad guys out of pro wrestling.
Right.
So he was like, right, here's what we're going to do. We don't want like cookie cutter nice Jewish youngfellas who can rap. We want you to be disgusting. We want you picking your nose and flicking at the camera.
Which, if you're right, makes sense then.
Exactly. So he wanted real 1980s heel wrestler baddies. Is what he wanted, like the fucking who would you even consider the Nasty Boys and all this type of stuff, that's who they were based off, that persona. Eventually along comes stuff like Paul's Boutique, and they eventually start finding their legs
they're really
real
good,
quick, and they start producing most of their own stuff and getting involved in the instrumentation end of it. But they also never left their proper punk rock roots behind as well. It was evident with obviously Sabotage and Heart Attack Man and that malarkey. But it started off as a wannabe Bad Brains punk rock hardcore band, but were obviously swept up in that New York hip hop scene. Yeah. And when Ross found them,
you get into the studio with Ross and the manager from Run DMC.
Yeah.
What's his name? you're gonna listen to everything they
course
say.
you are.
You're gonna do absolutely everything
Rick
they
Ross,
say.
like.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
yeah,
it's
you
good
do
that they
that
did
now.
find their way with.
They fucking watched a lot of WWF and just copied the fucking stuff, and they were more famous for their antics than their songs at the start, you know. Also, having a lot of white lads rapping would have been new and interesting, so they couldn't have them be too street, if you get me, you know. Couldn't be acting too fucking cool, so they had to be fucking stupid. They had to act like dopes, and they acted like dopes under
Bro
direction.
dudes, just almost not bro dudes,
Kind
but
of like
just
kicked out of college, pisshead buzz boys are drinking gobshites, you know what I mean? But again, they were all kind of anti-establishment, anti-authoritarian, fight your right to party, fucking nonsense.
and they've changed a lot of their lyrics since.
Oh, absolutely. Gone back and revised an awful lot of stuff, you know. There's still...
They took any kind of misogynistic comments out.
Oh, yeah, any homophobic stuff, any misogynistic stuff, which would have been par for the course back then, would have been just something weird and funny to say. That's all gone.
Normal for them at the time.
Of course it was. You know, nobody fucking told them any different.
The No Sleep Till Brooklyn chorus has Rick Rubin's girlfriend on it.
Really?
As well as the receptionist for Def Jam. They just got the two of the girls in there. Like, we needed a female voice to get the higher.
Yeah.
Even though Beastie Boys had very high pitched voices, they got them in for a separate thing.
Just a bit of layering.
That's just it's great. It is a great song.
It's super.
Such a fun song. You can stick that in the car and just be like, doesn't matter where you're going. You're probably not going to go to Brooklyn if you're in a car.
It's also, if you play guitar, it's fucking one of them warm up, have a bit of crack.
Well, it's an AC/DC TNT, but it's played down. I think dropped down a lot. Yeah, so that's my own. That's 86. So we're not an 88 for
That's
that one.
not too bad.
Strange. What's your next one?
It's 1988.
No way.
Yeah, exactly. And it's Eric B. and Rakim.
I wanted a song by them, but it turned out it wasn't 80s. So
Yeah, what were you going to do? Fucking Don't Sweat the Technique?
no. The song they released for Juice, which I love.
Oh, right, yeah.
To the Edge.
I picked Microphone Fiend, which also was covered by Rage Against the Machine on
That's
Renegades.
right, yeah.
Eric B. and Rakim is one of the big iconic couplings.
Yeah.
They would have came out with the forge of the OG days of an MC and a DJ together making music. They formed in 1986, and this song came out in 1988, obviously. But the premier group at the time, like Rakim had a different style to anybody around that time.
That's right.
He had real soft. He wasn't stabbing. It wasn't kind of lyrically stabbing like this weird syncopated thing that was happening at the time. Like we were talking about, like, don't put me because I'm close to.
Even when the music for Eric B. and Rakim was quite punchy.
Yeah.
He still wasn't doing it on it.
Just like melted chocolate, like just caramel. He just had this way of doing things. And apparently what he used to do is he wouldn't write anything. He wouldn't write anything before, I believe. He'd spend like, he'd come into the studio and they'd be making the music and he'd have nothing. He might have a few little things written down in a notebook, but he'd sit there and just write it all on the go. He just done it on the fly for the most part. I think later on, as they progressed, maybe start carrying notebooks around and writing, but I think at the start he was just banging out whatever he could think of at the time. The sample is from Average White Band, Schoolboy Crush. This song, again, it's been covered by, goddamn, this is outrageous. It's been covered by Iggy Azalea. It's been covered by Radiohead.
Really?
Yes. Been covered by Muse. Been covered by the Fun Loving Criminals.
Was Muse just covering Radiohead's covered up?
Probably, yeah. Apparently Radiohead don't necessarily cover it, but what they do at gigs is they play the music for it. They all learned how to play fucking Microphone Fiend, and it's kind of in between songs when one guy is tuning up, the rest of them all start banging that out. You know, that's a thing that they do together. So when Eric B. and Rakim kind of knocked it on the head after a while, Rakim signed to Dr. Dre's Aftermath record label, and apparently there was a big hullabaloo about fucking Dre has a hold of Rakim. This is going to be outrageous. Like, oh my god, this is going to be super. Album never materialized. Just
really.
I don't even know whether they recorded anything.
Yeah.
Something happened along the way, and Dre, I can only imagine what a Dre produced Rakim album would have done. Like, it would have been outrageous because he was already like their name for like lyrics and flow in hip hop. But you can only imagine. Look, we were saying earlier, but like, imagine an Ice-T album produced by Dre.
Yeah.
Fucking 15 years ago. Not that last Compton bag of shite, but like fucking so terrible. I
didn't even. I listened to, I think, a couple of songs off, and I was like,
awful.
"That's
it's just
no thanks."
It's no. Apparently, I've got to talk about Dre for a second. There's an album in between 2001 and Compton.